Well, it is your favorite auditor, Audit Them, the one who encourages you to audit them. We are back on duty. We're at the River Forest Park District. Never been here before. I do have my checklist with me, and we're gonna be checking on the attitudes of the employees and if they are compliant with certain portions of Section 4, Freedom of Information Act. Alrighty, entrance door, it's closed. And the bulletin out there is not, they don't have anything on display as required. Let's go up here and see if there's another entrance. Here we go. Park District Administrative Office. All the doors are locked and I don't see no bell. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I need to, what is the total amount of operating budget for this park district?
I don't want to be recorded.
Yeah, I'm recording audio and video.
I don't want to be recorded.
Then I'll probably ask for your superior then, supervisor.
He's not in, he's left for the day.
I have 2 FOIA forms.
Okay.
2 FOIA forms to begin with.
Okay, but I don't give you permission to record me.
Right, what I'm doing here is I'm monitoring government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. I could see it in your eyes, you want to escalate the situation, but it could go 2 ways, compliance or compliance.
Okay. I'm just saying I don't want to be recorded, so I can take your forms and put them on my boss's desk. He's gone for the day, so.
Right, the thing is you're working for the government. You could say that you don't want to be recorded, but you can't suppress my right from doing so.
I'm not trying to suppress you from doing anything. I'm just saying I don't give you permission to record me. I have rights as well.
As a matter of fact, let me have 3 FOIA forms to begin with. I'll wait here momentarily. Good job. Good job. Man, you could tell right away in her eyes she wanted to escalate the situation. It's disdain. What would you like me to do? Because you say you don't want to be recorded. Should I discontinue my right?
Hi, I understand you want to talk to our supervisor, but he's not here right now, so here's his information.
No, it's not the supervisor I want to speak to. It's that I wanted to file a FOIA request, and I need to know what
That would be for
the.
Mike. So here you go, and you can contact him as soon as you can. 'Cause
Okay,
he's not here.
I have to file a FOIA form. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Let me call from my other phone here. They're real good at locking the door and hiding, like cockroaches running away. They're real good at that stuff. They're not good at accountability nor transparency, but they're good at hiding when members of the public are check on them. Oh, look at their phone number, 666. That's good.
Thank you for calling the River Forest Park District. Our administration office hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If you know your party's extension, please dial it at any time. For a directory of personnel, please dial 1. For operator assistance or general voicemail box, prepare to take your call now. At the tone, please record your message.
Like they think it's normal just to refuse services, refuse FOIA.
Thank you for calling the River Forest Park District. Our administration office hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to... We will now connect you.
Hello, this is Mike Slut. I'm sorry, but I'm out of the office right now. Please leave your name and number, and I'll return your call as soon as possible.
Alrighty, so let me look up their general River Forest Park District phone number.
You can contact River Forest
Yep,
Park.
here it is.
Thank you for calling the River Forest Park District. Our administration office hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If you know your party's extension, please dial it at any time. For a directory of personnel, please dial 1. For operator, please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to. Please enter the first... There were no matches. Please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to. Please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to. Please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to. Please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to. There were no matches. Please enter the first few letters of the name of the person you would like to speak to.
What's going on here?
There have been too many failures.
Alrighty, so what we're gonna have to do here is we'll go ahead and file a FOIA request and just leave it right here in this sleeve here for them to accept and process. Here's the good thing. Here's what we noticed today. Like I said, I do have my checklist with me. The good thing is 2 employees showed us their face, showed us their attitude, showed us a lack of accountability and transparency. Their administration here, which is clearly stated, administrative office, Park District of River Forest for the world to see, is failing to comply with many portions of Section 4. They're supposed to have their total operating budget available, amount of full-time and part-time employees, block diagram giving functional subdivisions, commissions, boards, and they have none of it displayed, none of it prominently displayed. They provide disdain, they come out here, go back inside and hide, run away like cockroaches. And those are actually words from an attorney. Oh, look, it looks like a police officer is pulling up now. Great job. It looks like a police officer is pulling up. So let's give it a few minutes here. It's like the thing that should be the right way to go about this is for administration to already have this stuff displayed to show accountability and transparency. These employees have an extensive job description. They're supposed to handle themselves in a variety of circumstances as a professional. But this is why it's very important for members of the public to monitor government, because we get to see who's doing what, you know. So now, let me prepare official misconduct. Give me a minute here. And I have a blank piece of paper that I could fill out my FOIA form on. I bought my own blank piece of paper there because I noticed that they do not have any. If they had a flyer or something, I could have wrote it on the back of a blank page, but in this case, there's none available. There's only books down there, and there's these. I don't want to take off one of these off their wall. But, I mean, could have probably wrote my FOIA on this, but anyway, I do have a blank page. I did see a police officer pull up. I'm not sure if he's just patrolling the area or if he's actually going to come engage these employees. Here's another great thing is that after it's all done, said and over with, these employees are probably back there talking to the police officer right now on his body cam, if he is issued one. And they're most likely giving the police a fictitious report. So with that being said, that's also something that we obtain as well. We obtain that report. Here goes another cop in a pickup truck. So not only do we witness these employees lack accountability and transparency, we also get them to commit crimes on the on government hour. Look how many cops showed up. Look how many cops showed up. section 4. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good, how you?
I'm alright. What's happening?
What's going on?
I don't know. They called us over here.
Okay, recording audio and video
Yeah, that's
here.
fine. I'm recording too.
What did they convey? What's the purpose for calling Sergeant Police here?
I think they just felt a little uncomfortable. Maybe whatever you were asking them. I'm not sure what you were asking. But
Okay, are they sure of what I asked them?
Not really.
Are
They
they
were just a little-
aware of what I requested?
it sounded like some FOIA related stuff.
Okay.
But that was about it.
So they're unsure about what I'm here for, but they decide to call the police where no crime has been committed to
No, I'm
waste.
not saying there was.
Right. I don't know if they said it was or not, but I need to speak with higher up from there because I need to be inquiring in some things that I have here in regards to FOIA.
Okay.
I need to know, first of all, what's the total amount of operating budget for this park district?
I couldn't answer any of that. I don't work
Right,
for
well, yeah.
That's what you want to ask them, right?
Well, there's various questions that I have here. Besides these questions, sir, these are records that shall already be prominently displayed where it does not require a back and forth conversation
Yeah.
between staff and a member of the public.
Something you could just see.
Right, it's something that has to be displayed as you see all those others are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if those
Something maybe they're not aware of or
something they're not aware of,
Gotcha.
and they should be thankful for me bringing this to their attention
Yeah.
instead of trying to S on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
How high up do you need to talk to? Because I don't know, their positions or.
Well, as a matter of
You
fact,
might want to talk to. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, it's preferred the FOIA officer, Freedom of Information Officer,
right.
is preferred.
Oh, like whoever does that for them.
Yeah, well, the Freedom of Information Officer is the one who's designated to provide these specific records here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to figure out who that could be?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I did also
So we
ask
could
the
pass
staff
that along too?
for 2 FOIA request forms so
Okay.
I could fill out. But I don't know why they called the police here. There's no crime has been committed, and now there's a real crime that's going on. And we need to hold them accountable for doing so.
Okay. Do you want me to go see who you should talk to about getting
Sure,
FOIA
yeah,
paperwork, or maybe they're not sure. I don't know.
I think it sounded like they weren't sure. I think they gave you a supervisor's business card or something like that.
They did provide a supervisor's business card. I did call the supervisor, no answer. But I don't, for these requirements under section
Yeah, I mean, that's
140.
not my business. That's between you and them.
Right, it does not require a supervisor
yeah,
per
I
se.
totally understand it.
Yeah. May I know what your identifier is?
188.
188. And your
My star 155.
155. Okay. So if we could, ask the staff, what did they say made them feel uncomfortable? Is it the camera?
That's between you and them.
Yeah.
We have
couldn't
to-
tell
Yeah.
you. Made them feel uncomfortable.
Can I have a call event number?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, or do you want me to get it from the car?
Once you get a chance, it ain't no problem. And sure, I would have 2 FOIA forms. As of this point right now, it looks like they're in breach of official misconduct.
Okay.
Okay? Official misconduct, my friend.
Do you want me to try to get you some forms? See if whoever's here has knowledge of the forms or
Yeah, well,
anything like that?
sure. FOIA forms I would fill out, Meanwhile, I have a chat here with Chief, Deputy Chief.
Gotcha.
Are you Chief or Deputy?
Commander.
Commander. So as I was explaining to this sergeant here, fine gentleman, there's records.
I'm familiar with the process and the auditing process.
No,
and
sir.
I get what you're doing, and it's your total right. And we're not here to circumvent that in any way, shape, or form.
I want to have them charged.
We're not charging them with anything.
Oh yeah, my side of the story.
Charge them with what?
My side of the story is going to say that they're in breach of official misconduct and disorderly conduct. Here's how. Official misconduct is when a public officer or employee fails to perform a mandatory duty prescribed by law. That's their head of this public body is failing to do so by prominently displaying these specific records. That's an official misconduct. The next thing that they're being charged with is disorderly conduct.
Well, you're accusing them, you're not charging them.
No, you're going to
A
charge
law
them.
enforcement agency has to charge them.
Right,
You're
right.
accusing them.
Yes.
Okay.
So you fine gentlemen have to charge them.
I don't have to charge anybody.
Yeah.
No, I have
Well, you
discretion. I don't have
you
to
do
charge
have
anybody.
discretion. Yes, you do.
I don't have to charge anybody.
Right. You do have discretion.
I can investigate.
Yes.
But I don't need to charge anybody.
Right.
I'm not
It's under your
required.
discretion. No, it's under your
Correct.
discretion. However, you can accept my side of the story and have
well,
the-
we're getting your side.
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
sure,
do that, but
sure.
just because you say charge them doesn't mean
No.
that I am required to charge them.
No, if you take my side of the story, I could forward that over to the DAs and see, hey, you guys believe this is a
Sure, you can do that. also.
breach of peace.
Sure.
Now, the reason why I would say disorderly conduct, sir, Commander, is because they transmitted a call to the emergency services knowing that there's no crime being committed. That's 526.
Well, they have to have intent. Did they know? And that's what an investigation would know. Did they know that they were transmitting a false one? That there wasn't disorderly conduct? You might have a different opinion on what disorderly conduct is, I do, or anybody else.
No.
So it's intent.
It's not.
It's intent.
It is intent,
It's intent.
sure. But what's their intention? To hide back there and disregard their duty? That now falls into official misconduct.
All right, and again,
Yeah.
we don't have to charge anybody. We can investigate, use discretion.
Yes.
We agree upon.
Of course. I mean, it's a simple task, sir. Under Section 4 of the FOIA Act, there's no other auditors, or you think that some guys online that are checking on this stuff. However, it is the duty of the people to monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest.
We live in a republic, and this isn't a dictatorship, and I get what you're doing, and I have no problem with it at all.
And
But
so,
again, just because you're citing some laws doesn't mean that they have to be charged.
well, it's up to the DA.
Well, it's up to the DA to prosecute.
Sure.
It's up to the law enforcement to charge.
Yes. And the whole thing about it is, sir, that FOIA, it's the superior duty of government because it checks balances.
I agree. It's checks and
So
balances.
now they're required, this public body is required to prominently display their total amount of operating budget, their block diagram giving functional subdivisions, which is an organizational chart, total amount of full-time and part-time employees, boards and commissions. If I take a ride right now to River Forest City Hall, River Forest City Hall is also required to have their own set of items prominently displayed as well. If I swing by over there and I have a smile with the people, yes ma'am, can you tell me what the amount of operating budget is here? Because I don't see it displayed on the wall as required. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable. Let me go back here and call the police on you. It's ridiculous.
No, that's your opinion, and you're allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily an opinion. These are intelligent government staff that have a duty to comply with said law. Since they're not complying with the law, their opinion is null and
Is
void.
there a state government that you can report this to?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
That's probably the proper, you find an institution that's not following the rules that you know, Isn't that where you would report that?
Sure, but here's the thing. They did not even give me a chance to converse with me to find out what my purpose or what I'm here for.
Well, that's why we're here.
It's unreasonable.
That's what we're figuring out.
Yeah.
Alright, I got the 2 FOIA requests
Sure.
from them.
Okay. Nice. So this business card is possibly that's the supervisor. I'm not sure if that's the
Executive
FOIA
director.
officer. Yeah.
He could probably answer whatever
But yeah,
questions or concerns you have. So.
The public body, upon receiving FOIA request under Section 3C of FOIA, is required to immediately forward it over to their FOIA officer. So basically any employee here who would accept this would turn it around to the FOIA officer, and they'll have 5 days to gather and comply.
Okay.
So did they mention, the young lady did mention that the supervisor is out? Did they mention to you at any time when he will be here? Maybe I could stick around for 10 minutes, chat with
they didn't mention it,
They
no.
did not mention. Okay. Could we find that out?
When
Because
he'll be here?
sure. Okay, I think so. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start filling this out.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, best thing they could say is, you know what, this guy was in the right. We're sorry, we acted irrational. Have a nice day, sir.
I gotcha.
Yep. Oh, thanks. Alrighty. And you are a Sarge or a FTO?
Corporal, FTO,
Corporal.
other hats that I put on the position.
Oh, yep. Thanks.
No problem.
Okay.
Some arrows coming in through this window.
Yep, nice breeze. So you see, it's not like I visit many public bodies.
Yeah.
Not all of them act like this. Some of them are straightforward and transparent.
Right.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do for you. To inspect in person all records under 5 ILCS 140/3.5 and 4. Okay, sir, I am filing this FOIA form with them today. However,
He said he'll be back in the office tomorrow.
oh, okay. That's good enough. However, sir, I am, Corporal, I am filing my FOIA form. And you see, just for your gentlemen, excellence and experience, are you familiar with Crestwood, Illinois?
Heard of it.
Okay, it's a suburb south. All municipalities and all government agencies in Illinois are required to prominently display these items. Some of them choose to display them in 7 different pieces of paper, separate papers. Some of them decide to create a poster and put all those elements on one poster. Here's Crestwood, Illinois. They are compliant with the Freedom of Information Act. They made me a copy of this. This public body here is supposed to have the similar item here with their organizational chart, their total amount of operating budget, so on and so forth. So it does not cause a back and forth debacle between employees and members of the public if they were coming to check on this solely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, because I brought this to their attention, they have been failing to comply with this since the 90s. This has been a requirement since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean the FOIA officer is justified to receive his full pay cut with failing to comply with one of the most important things? That's not fair.
Right.
It's not fair for a member of the public to come here and tell them, guys, please comply with this stuff, or ask for this to be made available for them to harass and call the police on. But maybe in a week or so, they speak to their higher ups, they say, yep, that guy is right, let's get this displayed, and forget about telling him thank you.
Makes sense.
Are you giving it to us so we can show them?
Yeah, if they could see it, they'd be able to.
So
No.
if your point is to make people in compliance, that would make sense if you handed
No,
it out.
I can't make anybody do anything. I could bring it
Or
to
bring
their
it to
attention.
light, like
Yes,
you're trying to do.
absolutely.
Well, that
Now,
might be beneficial if you supplied that so they knew what they were supposed to do.
well, I supply the code alone, and it's up to the FOIA officer's discretion
Sure.
to gather these items and display them. I would love to show them this if somebody wants to come out
I can
here
take
and
a
chat.
picture to them and give it to them.
I would hand you the full copy, but I prefer to speak to somebody if they're willing. If you could probably convey that to them while I.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
No, I mean,
This
I
man.
think they got the information. I just think they're not familiar that the FOIA officer
Right.
and the supervisor are not here.
Yes.
So they don't understand the FOIA laws because they're not the FOIA officer.
Sure,
So-
but here's the deal, my friend. Also, the code says, Section 4 says, each public body shall prominently display each of the
Well,
following.
I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing. I don't
And
see it.
make available upon request immediately. So while I wait here for the next 5 minutes, if they're able to make these available for me,
They're not going to be able to.
they're not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, did somebody physically tell you that?
They said that the FOIA officers out here, they don't.
That's good enough. That's good enough. I have my FOIA form filled out. If I could receive a pressed copy from them,
Sure.
yeah, and I'll check back with them. Would you like to personally look at Crestwood's item?
I'll take a picture of it so I can give it to them so they understand what
No.
you're talking about.
I would love to help them
Sure.
comply with this stuff, but now they're trying to walk over me. Why should I extend an additional help to them and say, "Come on,
That's fine.
guys"?
I thought that's what you were trying to do.
Of
is
course.
make the government accountable and help.
Yes,
Get it compliant.
but if
That's what I'm
they're
asking.
that's only if the employee is within reason and willing to hear the person out.
I'm just, again, the supervisor, the
Yeah.
FOIA officer's not here, they're just unfamiliar.
Okay, my friend. Commander, I do have a FOIA form filled out.
Sure.
My FOIA is just to inspect the records that should already be displayed.
Okay.
So I marked them down here, 3.5 and 4.
Okay.
If I could receive a timestamped copy, what I mean is probably a handwrite from one of the employees received in today's date,
Yep.
a copy, and I'll be all set for today.
Perfect.
Perfect. And I'll keep the empty form for my future
Okay,
records.
no problem.
Thank you,
One
sir.
minute.
Okay. Do you have a business card on hand?
Card.
In the card?
Yeah.
Once we walk down, I'll get the car vet number on the back of the card.
Perfect.
Perfect. And if you'd like to personally take a look at Crestwood's,
Would.
because this is a requirement for
I'm also
8,000.
unfamiliar.
Yeah, 8,000 agencies in Illinois.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like whoever's working right now, they might just not have knowledge of this stuff. You know what I mean? So when someone asks them about it, they're like, I don't know what
Yeah.
what to say necessarily.
But it doesn't mean lie about the person and call the police. Because my videos are always shown online. Yeah, you know.
Well, that would help with people who aren't sure how to request this.
Well, it does give instructions.
Don't know how.
Sure, it also has other instructions on.
You didn't fill any of the top portion out.
Oh, you know what? I will.
They said if you don't want to leave, you can put your email address on the email to me.
No, the only-
Whatever you like to do.
The only thing I'm missing off this form, since Section 3C says there's no standard form, it could be filled out on a blank page.
Sure.
Meaning there's no name required. But the only thing I did not include here is a note specifying that I will be back in person to inspect these records. So let me mark that down.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick, can I ask, how do you access the other platform?
You have to go around the other side.
On the street side, on the street?
Yeah, under the bridge.
Okay.
They didn't know if you wanted it sent to you or if you were to come back personally.
Right.
To get
Yeah.
That's all.
I'll note that so it'll be more clarification for them. Do you have a business card on
I
hand?
don't.
No, okay.
I apologize.
Now let me ask you a question here.
Sure.
Who's a higher rank, commander or captain?
Well, it depends. We don't have captains.
Okay.
So it's commander, deputy chief.
Perfect. To inspect. And you see there's customers coming in. I don't want to put customers
No,
on the
and I
camera.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Even nothing before
Even
you-
though people have the right to, I still don't want to do that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
To inspect these records in person. I will put a generated code, so let's say just the date, today's date, 7-22-24F is my code. Okay, to inspect these records in person, and as a matter of fact, I'm willing to also pay $3 to have these certified. So I'll be back here when they're ready. I'll give them 10 days with an extension. Yeah. Certified copies. Certified. See, if they were able to hand me these records as in 7 pages, I would have just asked them, can we get some Scotch tape now as well to post these on the wall? Yeah. I included an additional note there. Thank you. Yeah, I might have to swing by the city hall and check on this stuff as well. They might call the cops, they may not.
Guess you never know, right?
Yep. But the sad part is, the call made to the police with the employee's voice, that's public record. So I would end up receiving that employee's conversation. And if those are elements of disorderly conduct, making a fictitious police report, that falls under disorderly conduct. To call emergency services knowing there's no crime committed at that time.
Yeah.
26-1. Disorderly conduct has multiple elements, that's one of them.
Correct.
On top of official misconduct. Well, with your type of attitude, sir, we have to put in a good word. We don't know if we want to promote you to commander or deputy chief.
I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
Good where I'm at for now.
Do you
But I appreciate it.
Do you hear of some YouTubers, auditors, going around and stuff? Do you hear the police talk about that type of stuff?
I mean, here and there, but it's nothing we're too concerned with. Because most of the time people, you're not incorrect.
People are in their right to record.
Yeah, people, and then a lot of times, employees could be just, they didn't learn about that kind of stuff. Or,
they're unsure.
Yeah,
Some
they're
employees are
They
unsure.
come up often.
Yeah.
That's normal in every job, you can't know everything.
Yeah.
So it's helpful when someone who does know that aspect of something comes in and
But I would think
brings it to their attention or something.
I would think it's probably more beneficial if the employee said, hey, you know what, I'm not sure what this guy wants, even though he's speaking plain English. Let me call my supervisor.
Directly to the correct person.
Yeah, let me speak to my supervisor and see if maybe they could translate his English, because whatever. It's like makes no sense. What is this guy speaking a different language?
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's just a disdain with some employees. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a disdain they have towards members of the public.
Yeah, or if someone brings up something they're not sure about, they get uncomfortable or defensive or something like that. And there's plenty I don't know too. If I don't know, I try to find the answer or
Yep.
direct people to somebody who might know.
And you know what,
Hard life.
officer, there's so many respectful and fair employees that I came in contact with. They give me a second to hear what I'm referring to. They go back to the office, they print some stuff up online, and they post it right in front of my face and tell me, thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Right, and then they learn something too.
And they learn something, and the thousands of other customers or members of the public that walk in may stumble on that poster, say, that's something I was unsure of.
Yeah, or it's already there and they didn't know about it, or
That doesn't happen.
No.
Rarely.
Well, because if you find it, there's nothing to really
There's
break
some
down.
municipalities that do have it, like Crestwood. They amazed me. It was out of date though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a copy for you, sir.
Okay. So yeah, if they received the copy, do you have an employee name who received the copy? That's
Anything else before I go
That's
back?
all. That's all it is. Yep. And you see, it's their job. Why is the police handling it? You fine gentlemen have important things to do.
I mean, we need a lot of stuff.
Yep. There's
Part of it.
crime to be fought out there.
Later.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully there's no crime, If they put me in government as a government employee, we'll make some changes.
So far so good today.
Beautiful day.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a nice lobby too, you know, with the windows open and all that.
Yeah, this is like for the metro, but nobody ever really waits in here. I don't think.
Another thing I'm going to be looking into, Officer Cassidy, is it does have a sign there that says Park District Administrative Office, but I need to find out if that office has to be open during normal business hours or not.
So, did you come up this way?
No,
Or did
first,
you go down?
no, first I tried knocking on the door with the key badge down here. No answer. I said it's locked.
Mm-hmm.
I walked up this stairs. This door was, yeah, this way.
Okay.
And this door was open. It was, it was open, whatever. Here's where I tried hitting that door. It's locked.
Yeah.
Knocked one time, people came out.
So I think they might lock this one because this is.
This is probably the
it's
reception
kinda weird.
area.
It's like
Yeah.
Metro / Park District. So like
Oh.
they might lock this because this is like the Metro waiting area.
It's a possibility.
So
It's a possibility.
that's-
Perfect. That's who received my FOIA.
Yes.
That's all I needed. We could walk down to the squad car and get the event number?
Good me.
Okay. Thank you. You gentlemen are cordial.
Yeah, no reason to be hostile.
Commander, the good word by the people watching your conduct today online, do they need to put you a good recommendation to be, what were we going to go with? Deputy chief or chief all the way?
What do you mean?
When the people see your attitude and say that's a fine officer there, we need to put in good words to promote him.
Oh no, that's all right.
And Sergeant is going to take commander.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He'll do well no matter what.
Yep. We respect great employees, you know? We all have to work together, community members and staff.
I agree. There's no reason to not get along.
Yep. Yeah, I might have to take a ride to the city hall next.
That's fine.
Same inquiry.
Yeah.
They're probably respectful there, saying, yeah, you have a right to record, no need for
Let me
police.
check the computer
Sure.
and write the number down.
Thanks.
Yeah, we've had auditors in our building. I just don't think they ever had, so they're just probably not used to it, that's all.
There's no YouTuber
I
auditor out
understand,
there
I understand.
that checks on this stuff.
Yeah.
None. Zero. There's thousands of auditors out
Oh,
there,
sure.
YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
Not one of them except for me checks on this. I'm yelling out, I'm telling them, guys, this is what you guys need to check on. Because it's fair. It's check and balances.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so this is also Metra as well. You're gonna have to do a little more research. Yeah.
They split the cost of the building or something, I don't know.
Yeah, that's strange. Metra is also a government municipality or
Agency.
corporation. Yeah. Public body.
There you go.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Alright, you take
Probably
care,
be at
okay?
the city hall momentarily.
That's fine.
All right, gentlemen,
See you later.
take care. Yep. Alrighty. So the sergeant and them are cool people. There's cameras out there. Sergeant and commander's good people. I filed my FOIA. I'll be back in person to inspect and receive certified copies at $1 a piece. The thing about it is that there's no reason why staff should escalate the situation and act so irrational to the point where they commit crimes themselves. They expose themselves for official misconduct, not performing a mandatory duty prescribed by law, and they show themselves after we receive the audio call to the police that they lie to the police as well. That's a disorderly conduct. The thing is, we have to just keep on pushing the envelope to the higher ups. The higher ups need to be aware that this wrongdoing has no place in government. This wrongdoing should have no place in government. What should take place in government is accountability and transparency. Anyways, you guys be the judger, the one who encourages you to audit them. Plenty love. Leave me feedback in the comments.